They give them motion sickness.
I don't know. Like, I don't see it right now. Like, tactical response crew.
Let's see. I think, yep, there it is. Just have to reload the page.
I'm telling you, YouTube does not like me lately. I have made YouTube mad.
There's William S. What's going on, man? The Better Joey is here.
Like, literally, it said, like, live.
Uh-huh. So.
Okay, I'm there now.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening?
Nice. Let me see. There we go. Now I can just see the chat. All right. Load the page. Yeah. Did you try turning it off and on again? Dang.
I had to have one of those talks with Gage today. He was like, it's not letting me on my phone because we have the screen time limits and stuff set. And I was like, have you tried restarting your phone? It fixed it.
Nice.
It held for review. Ribeyes comment, what's up, motherfuckers?
Yeah.
It held it. Like.
And then every time that happens, I click show. If it's someone
okay.
But then it's like another moderator has already handled this. So you guys are on it. I appreciate it. I wonder, this is new, like the number 1, number 2, number 3.
I'm not seeing that on my side.
Oh, I don't know. It might just so you guys know, it is a competition apparently. William S, K Chair, you both are number 1 with little crowns next to your head. John Krantz is a number 2, and then we've got Tacticus and Anthony Ulmer with number 3.
That's crazy.
And Willie Everett's, it's based on comments.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Look, he ruining the fun. As usual, Willie Everett with the number 1 crown next to him. That's awesome, guys. Let's see, who'd I miss? I missed Gary, half empty.
That's disgusting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you normally like coconut water?
I normally like coconut water,
but not the
and
sparkling.
I normally love sparkling water. And I was like, you know, that sounds like I might like it. That it almost tastes like it has cinnamon or something.
Yeah.
In it. Not.
Just set that over there.
Not
there were some bottles of water in there.
Yep, I'm gonna grab one of those in a second.
Let's see, Rocco. Hello, sir. Good to see you too. Arkansas Infidel. What's going on? Let's see. What?
Dale, tell Crystal we said hello.
There you go. John, I can't see my crown. If I could, I would screenshot it for you and put it in there. Austin says he'll be number 1 by the end of the stream. Nice. I like to hear it. How'd your recording go the other day? He sent me a picture. It was like all weird and stuff of them recording something.
Okay.
Like a dude like aimed in, and then the other guy had like the camera here, and the dude was like lining up his sights through the camera window on the side.
Those are hard.
Yeah.
We've done stuff like that before. That's hard.
Yeah. Horchata seltzer. Dude,
like,
I'm on it.
I don't like water that much. Like I drink it because you have to.
Right.
But I'm not a huge fan unless it's really hot out. But sparkling water, like I love that shit. I love it.
It's the bubbles.
It is. It's the carbonation. And I like coconut water. I love sparkling water.
Yeah.
I like to put the two together, and it's disgusting.
Nice. Tastes like TV static. All right. There's William S. taking the wife to try a Glock 48 Saturday for a training pistol. Yeah, the 48s are great. That's a very solid choice.
I love them.
Dude, Adam says Liquid Death is good as fuck.
Have you not tried them?
I've had maybe one, and it tasted like water.
I agree with you. You have to like carbonated water for Liquid Death to be good as fuck. Like, as far as carbonated waters go.
Yeah, but I had a non-carbonated one. Not all Liquid Death is carbonated.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I only get the carbonated one. I thought it only come in carbonated. Because we bought it originally, the very first time that we bought Liquid Death was for the sparkling water deal for your dog. To see like it's spicy. Like to see how Chance reacted to it.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, the mango That's my
Ah,
specific,
okay.
like the one that I like the most.
Dude, Austin's learning the ins and outs of
Video
filming.
editing.
Yeah, the footage that we want to get real quick ends up taking a long time. There's never a time where I'm like, okay, let's do the shot like this, and it'll take the video only take a few minutes, and we'll knock it out. Boom, bada bing, bada whatever. And yeah, it's always an hour later, and we're on the fifth shot or take and
Yep.
stuff like that.
And because, well, you can't do the one shots and done anymore. Like the algorithm wants to see more cuts than that. So even if you were good at it, it still bumps you in the wrong direction on the algorithm.
Yeah.
There's so much that goes into that. And like I found out the other day, whether or not you use like a regular cell phone with the 4K and all the fancy shit, you still don't end up as high in the algorithm as if you were using fancy camera equipment.
Right.
Like it can pick up on the pixelations and all. I'm like, this is a science I don't understand.
Let's see. So Grant Tilley's just going to stick with the Monster Rehab. Yep, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. I actually that's why I have these bubblers. These things are really cool if you're trying to cut monsters out, because I was drinking like 6 monsters a day and stuff like that. So this just has a bunch of B vitamins and stuff in it. And anyway, I've already talked about that a bunch. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Justin Smith tried getting Taryn on a Glock 48, and she went with the 43X instead. Whatever it takes to get her to carry. Yeah, I mean, I've heard good things about the 43X as well. I haven't shot it though, so
I can't remember. I think that I got to at a fighting pistol like last year or the year before last.
yeah.
But like all of the single stack Glocks, like they all are awesome.
Yeah.
Like I like them better
Yep.
than the double stacks.
Let's see. Speaking of fighting pistol, I kind of wanted to talk about it. Now that he's not here, I can say how old he is, because we had a dude show up for fighting pistol. He's the only one who signed up, and he was an older guy. I was guessing like somewhere in his 60s and stuff. So anyway, we are we go through day one. We do ground fighting. We finish that up, like all that stuff. He has no problem with it. Almost like he's doing like sit-ups and almost a kip up to get to his feet, right? And I was like, oh shit, okay, here, awesome. So we're doing shooting on the move, and I do that normal thing, like the little bit we have where we're like, hey, like I'm not going to teach you, because he asked about like how should he walk. I was like, I'm not going to try to teach you a new way to walk. I said, you've been walking for how long now? I said, how old are you? And he said, how old do you think I am? And I was like, 60 something. He said 77. And I was like, oh shit, okay, well, yeah, you've been walking for 75 years or so. I'm not going to try to teach you a new way to walk. So then he knocked out, like he did great in fighting pistol, and he told me that he doesn't like telling people how old he is, because they tend to think he can't do stuff, that he can't do anything. So then he stayed for rifle, crushed rifle as well, like all the team like movement drills and stuff. And I wanted to like brag on him in front of the class, but I didn't want to tell him how old he is.
Yeah.
Because they would baby him,
Yeah. Well, me and Crew were out there for Don's class. Like he was my buddy on then.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, like I'm struggling. And like I know you're a little bit older than me at least.
Yeah.
So like good on you. He said he's like it is starting to like he can feel the difference, but he's like I refuse to stop because once you stop, then you're just done.
Yeah.
So he's still like hammering it.
Yeah, he crushed it. Austin. Joey thought he was 69 years old. Nice. How many students would it take to for y'all to travel for fighting pistol? 10 signups. I'll give you the ins and outs of it. Typically, when we travel, we like to do 2 classes, and we need 20 students. So whether that's 10 in pistol and 10 in whatever class we do, or 15 in pistol and 5 in the other one, that's like the almost bare minimum for us to break even. But if it's close enough, then we can just do a pistol for 10 people. But I don't know where you're at, man. But if you're trying to get us to come out to, way out in the West Coast or something like that, then we're gonna have to do more than one class, and we need a bunch of signups. And KDM. Yeah, exactly. So whenever I was talking to the dude and he said he was 77, I was like, yeah, man, I mean, like you're right up there with our other alumni, 70 something years old, just kicking ass in the class and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Northeast Oklahoma. Okay. I don't know how far away that is. So,
I feel like it is like a 1-day drive. Like we would not have to stop on
Yeah.
the way there.
Maybe.
So
Send an email to info@Tactical Response. If you're serious about hosting us, send us an email, info@Tactical Response, with, hey, class host questions, and we can send you the questionnaire. If you got a range for us to use and you think we can get enough signups, then yeah, I mean, I'll go almost anywhere where people will let me yell fight at them, you know, so I'll make it happen.
And we can help pimp it like through the YouTube channels and stuff like that.
7 hours is what it
As long
says.
as we
Cool.
don't try to actively sell.
Yeah.
It's so weird. YouTube has new weird rules. So
Yep. Yep. Miss KDM as well. Absolutely.
So how many that are watching the live stream tonight are going to be here for our very first range day? We put out the video for that. We've got it on the old website to where people can sign up on there. Who all's going to be there?
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen it, so we just put out that video next Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Next Wednesday, we're
July 9th.
Yeah, we're starting to try to get some stuff done out there at the range, and we figured if we got people who are willing to help out, why not ask? So next Wednesday, we're gonna go out there and work on cleaning up some of that trailer that got left out there, and then repaint the tractor barn.
Yep.
You know, so if you come down and help, there's no charge on the website. If you come down and help, then you get to help out the first half of the day. We're going to do some shooting in the second half of the day.
Yeah.
And then you guys will also get a $50 gift certificate as well. It's going to be a physical thing, just like with our role-playing credits, where you have to keep up with it, just so I don't have to try to track.
Yeah, the logistics of that stuff gets difficult.
Yeah. So if you're interested in it, you can either sign up through the website, send us a shout. We are actually limiting it to 10 people, but
for this specific
one,
day.
right.
I saw some comments on the video that was asking about multiple days in a row or weekend days. Like all of that is in the cards, just not for this specific one. And like I said, we will be doing on monthly. So one day it might be like, hey, we only need 2 people. First 2 signups gets it. And then we are planning on getting a building out there, hopefully like within the next 6 months or so. And when that stuff starts happening, we might be doing like 20 or 30, depending on like how many people we need. So I thought it was a great way to allow people to like put in elbow grease for training, especially because I understand like $600 is a lot of money, but if you come to every range day, like the one day a month or whatever, then 1 year, 12 months, 12 range days get you fighting pistol.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see, does anybody have any questions or anything like that? Or if you have anything else to throw at them, Kayla. I didn't come in with a plan. I've been trying to be better about like having something to talk about.
I know what I would like to talk about. The attack on first responders.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Idaho stuff. What in the hell?
Yeah.
Like it's just, we see it in movies. We talk about it at the end of immediate action medical. Like that's typically how I wrap up class is like, you're doing your thing. And when you call 911, I tell you like, hey, it's going to be a while. We feel like this is a targeted attack against first responders and da-da-da-da-da. But to see that play out was heart-wrenching. And then firefighters?
Right.
Like firefighters? I'm not saying that I understand against the police, but logically it makes more sense if it's the police.
Yeah.
But firefighters?
Right. Yeah. It's easy to see how people could have a grudge against police officers, right? Like because the people who get in trouble with police officers typically don't have a good grasp on handling their responsibility, like
Yeah.
taking accountability for their actions, and then so they shift the blame, and it's like it's that guy's fault that I spent X amount of time in jail, yada yada. So you can
Yeah.
connect the dots, right?
Absolutely.
But like, what did a firefighter ever do? Like,
Put out fires.
yeah, I know. Like, no one. I
Like,
can't.
they don't like the police either.
Right.
But no, like,
Yeah.
we did a video on it, but
Mhm.
I think that we are seeing more and more things. And again, I know that stuff like this, scary stuff, has been going on forever. Like, I'm a millennial.
Right.
Like, Columbine happened when I was in elementary school. I watched the planes, like the second tower, get
Yeah.
hit on live TV. I watched people, I was in the 7th grade. I watched people jump out of that building to their death, and we left it on live. I had a math teacher whose daughter was in the air that day, supposed to be flying to New York. So the whole school was super invested. Like, survived Y2K. Then we had the Mayan calendar ended in
Yeah.
2012. We've seen like the global war on terror. We've seen stuff over and over and over and over. So I get that like bad things happening is nothing new. But what I will say is the climate of the country is more volatile than I remember it being for a long time. All of those things previously felt like it brought us together as a country. Specifically 9/11 and the global war on terror, like us doing that. Like I remember feeling like that we were united as a country to try to combat these issues. Like, there's a 50-50 split with everything right now.
Oh yeah.
I have had people who, if you try to bring up Israel or Palestine, you're like, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I've had people just stop being my friend for not agreeing with specific points.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, if you can't talk to people about stuff, like, this is the first time in my life that I have felt uncomfortable having those conversations with people I care about. I've always been like, yeah, this is how I feel, and I'm going to own it. Like, so it does feel different to me now.
Yeah.
And we really need to be focusing on making sure that we're prepared daily. I'm doing the Homestead class with Student of the Gun. And one of the things that was on there was a mindset shift. Paul was talking about when he was training, it was an FBI guy. He took a class, and the guy said, you need to switch your mindset from if something bad ever happens
Right.
to when that bad thing happens. And like, I have been actively making that switch for a while now without realizing it. And I've had bad things happen to me before. So there hasn't been as big of a disconnect as I think a lot of people experience. But if I still experience that disconnect,
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of other people do.
Right.
And so we need to start getting that into our head. Like, when something bad happens,
Oh yeah.
how
yeah.
are we going to respond?
Yeah. Not if, but when. Absolutely. Let's see. Are we having a, sorry, not to shift too much from it. We'll hit some comments because then I got some stuff to say about that as well. Are we having a nerd talk on Monday? We probably should. I haven't been doing the Patreon streams, so I should probably get those started back up. The jury is still out. So Tom asked, had to step away. What did I miss? We were just talking about all that stuff going down in Idaho. Rocco, firefighters don't shoot back. Yeah, the bad dudes are cowards. Yeah, we knew what you meant. Yeah, I mean, so volunteer fire, EMS do not have any kind of plate carrier options unless they specifically work with teams. Because people don't typically target firefighters and stuff. That's why this is so crazy to us, you know? No, again, like, we get it, because the people who do this are just looking for the
sensationalism.
Yeah, the notoriety and stuff, you know? So, yeah, I mean, he was like, oh, this is what I'm going to do, and then people are going to remember me. So the biggest F you can give that guy is to not say his name. Y2K was such a letdown.
I remember being like, because I was young.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being so nervous. And then I started thinking, I was just like, wait, what time zone?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because I'm sitting there, it's the day of, and I'm like, holy, if it's Central, I'll wait for midnight. But like, if it's like Eastern time, I only have until 11. Like, I need to soak up this heat and like all this stuff. Like, I started panicking, and then I was like, wait, if it catches them early, maybe it's a around the clock one. And it just none of it made sense.
Oh, nailed it. Sorry, guys, that you had to hear that. Take that. Yeah. Let's see. People at fire scenes lose their mind just because of traffic being rerouted. As police, I always respond to a fire scene. People are crazy. Yep, absolutely. We need to own our opinions. If we can't disagree respectfully, we are fucked as a society. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Absolutely. But I think what Kayla's getting at is that there's people in our lives who maybe in the past it felt like we could have those disagreements that we care about. And so sometimes it's tough to now own those opinions with the people that we care about. If it's a stranger, I don't give a shit, you
Right.
know. But I have friends who like I just don't talk about guns with them, you know.
Like, without giving too many like personal details away, I got into a disagreement at my brother's wedding with a family member, a very close family member, and it almost got physical, and not me to them.
Yeah.
Like, they almost physically attacked me because of how upset it got them.
Yeah.
And like my point of the entire argument was like, hey, I think that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like, if we're doing things, and by we, the current like political party in office, like if the Republicans are doing things that are like bad for the Democrats and good for the Republicans now, whenever that power dynamic shifts again, that's going to work reverse on us. So somebody has to maintain integrity. I would prefer it be us.
Yeah.
Me. And that's why I don't really associate with either of the political parties. And like, I understand I have some pretty extreme beliefs. I don't think that maintaining integrity is one of them. And that was what the physical altercation was about. And I'm not going to go into details on what it was, because most of you like would say, oh, they might have a point there. And the ones who went, like, it would start a clash even amongst our own alumni.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. No, but yeah, no, it's just tough to balance that stuff. So, but again, I agree with you. Here's my thing is I really liked the way that I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Craig Douglas. So he put out that video however long ago, last year or something like that, where he was talking about not looking at the holster and stuff. And he brought us up by name, and he was like, hey, like, listen, some places like Tactical Response will tell you not to look at the holster. I don't agree with that at all. Look it into the holster kind of thing, right? And so sometimes I got some text messages from people who were like, oh, hey, like Craig just called you guys out and da-da-da-da-da and this and that. And that isn't what it was. The way he phrased it is, we can disagree without being disagreeable.
right.
And that's the ideal place. Like, everybody should be able to have adult conversations with things that, like, with points that we disagree on.
Yeah.
And then we should still be able to walk away and be like, tip my hat to you, sir. Like have a good day kind of thing, right? I hate that isn't where we're at. It is a very us versus them mentality. I mean, I've talked about this with Tom a few times, because every time Tom gets on here, we talk about politics, right? Because he's running for Congress and stuff like that. And I am very much of the mindset that, like, there is a divide being driven into the populace, and we got to get that shit out of the way. And then we just have to understand that, like, at the end of the day, most of us just want what we think is best. We just
Yeah.
disagree on the steps of getting there.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, we shouldn't talk about politics on the live stream. that was like one of the rules that James had.
Well, that's why, like, no points of view were given.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
And because it doesn't matter. But if you think back to COVID and how, again, doesn't matter what side of the aisle you sit on, with whether, like, how you felt about the mandates that were put out, families broke up over that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I had people that I loved and cared about very, very, very much that I talked to on a regular basis never speak to me again.
Yeah.
And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I will tell people how I feel about stuff in person.
Right.
And I will own it. But like,
Yeah.
it's
tough.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get into some of these comments again. Is James's podcast episode with John Willis's story still posted? A friend wants to hear it.
We're having issues with the podcast.
Oh, really?
I forgot to tell you. Thank you, Grant. Yeah, I forgot to tell you in the middle of, they can't find them on the different platforms.
Okay. All right.
And I didn't know if the Vimeo thing like had anything to do with that. Vimeo was acting weird with us for a little bit, so possibly.
I'll probably have to message Shelton and be like, "Hey, what was that thing we used?" What issue of SWAT magazine is that on the wall? I agree. I don't talk guns with certain people.
September 2005.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. I wonder if that's probably that article right there that goes with it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is. Yep. Let's see.
He made the cover and then the.
Yeah. That issue has the whole thing about civilian contracting. And James wrote the article and stuff, it looks like. So, yeah, it's a good one. I knew the brother's wedding would be something. Yeah.
I was telling people, I was like, I'm a little bit nervous about it because there's a lot of family drama as well, but not with the people.
Yeah.
I almost got into the disagreement with.
Let's see. Meaningful discourse is difficult with different people for different reasons. It is vital this not go extinct. Yep, absolutely. Dakota, I remember when the Mayan doomsday happened. The bar I was at said over the loudspeaker outside, "Last call before the apocalypse starts." That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna open this away from the mic. I'm gonna be polite.
People who express anger like that are very weak-minded and don't know how to control themselves. Think back to January 2021. The whole fucking country was doing it. Like, the whole country. We saw fights happen at Walmart over toilet paper on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Like, if we are only civilized because of how easy we have things. That's it.
Yep. Let's see. Will says he's pretty sure some jerk did the same thing with the firefighters in like 2010. Wow. Okay.
I feel like this is not the first time it's happened.
Right.
Just with like all the other scary stuff.
Yeah.
For it to still make the news was a big deal.
Let's see. Judge doing my job for me. Smash the like. Absolutely. If you guys haven't, look, I'm going to do it right now as well because I hadn't hit the like button either. All right. There's 33. Let's see. Hello from Lexington, Kentucky. Hello from Camden, Tennessee. Let's see. Grant says the podcast keeps saying they're not available. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something that I'll work into. The existence of a gentleman's agreement insinuates the existence of a gentleman's disagreement.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, Grant said people have gotten comfortable disrespecting others because there's no threat of getting punched in the mouth anymore, which is why I will only talk to people about like political beliefs and stuff like that in person. Because like I match energies. I tell people all the time, I match energies. You throw hands, so do I. But I can keep my hands to myself if I need to. And I think that the fear of getting punched in the mouth does need to be there when you're talking about that stuff. It keeps you from being disrespectful. An armed society is a polite society.
Nice. Let's see. Michael Myers killed a whole platoon of firefighters. Yep. I think I have only ever watched one Halloween movie.
So, you know, I love horror movies.
Uh-huh.
I used to force Heather and our cousin
Oh,
Trish
yeah.
and another cousin Kendra. Like, we'd have all the girl cousins staying over. And because I was the oldest, I always got to pick the movies. So your wife has seen all of them, but not by choice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm updating my bags right now, listening to the stream. Hell yeah. Keep it up,
should.
Kyle.
Bug out bag and an EDC, like, not necessarily a bag. For me, it is. But,
Right.
like, your EDC stuff.
Yeah. No. The lesson of consequence is seldom learned these days. Yeah. No, absolutely. So we're all caught up on the comments. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to shout them out. I guess I do have. I'll just talk about this. If you guys haven't looked, we still have some bugs on the new website. We're trying to get those squashed as we come up to it. But with that being said, if you haven't looked at the schedule in a little while, we do have some mobile classes coming up in September and stuff like that. So I know, and actually in August, we're going to be back up in New Hampshire. Brian Sayers is going to be teaching that fighting pistol class up there in August 30th, I believe. And then also Texas and Texas and Florida will be there in September. Those are pretty much like back to back. I believe we're doing pistol and advanced pistol. And if it's not on the website yet, we have that fighting shotgun class scheduled in New Jersey. Like, it's on the books. So if you're up in the New Jersey area and you want to sign up for a shotgun class, go ahead and make it happen.
So if you guys sign up for the medical class in Florida.
Oh, yeah. There's some
October 4th and 5th.
Yep.
Andrew and I and our respective partners are going to be attending a wrestling event the following night that features extra short people.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to come up for the medical class and then go to that with us, I don't want to get like canceled for calling it what it is, but it is like mini wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, shit. If you're going to go to Florida,
exactly,
get the full experience, right? Shadow Defense Gear, yes, absolutely. That's going to be in New Jersey. We got it worked out with one of our alumni up there. Have y'all ever done 3 class? Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, have we got with Rocco about the permit stuff before we go up there?
No, we haven't gotten to him about it. He said, "Hey, just let me know."
Don't let us forget to do that. Me and Joey both have ADHD, and like he sent me the reminder today, like, "Hey, make sure everything's like charged." And I was like, "I had it together, but it was all dead." Yep. So little reminders are very, very helpful for people with spicy brains.
Yeah. So have we ever done 3 classes in one spot on the road? We have. It doesn't happen very often because sign-ups tend to drop off. But yeah, no, we've done the trifecta on the road. We've done like pistol, rifle, and something else on the road. Like we've done it before. Absolutely. Let's see. Austin says he replaced all the gloves in his medical kits. Also ordered some tactical tan gloves for the kits on my plate carriers and chest rigs. Nice. Yeah, that's something that I was looking at just the other day. I was showing that ankle kit that I wear to that old guy in class, and I took it out, and then like the gloves, I was like, oh, these would do me no good right now.
Yeah, gloves have to be replaced pretty frequently. Tactical tan is a bad idea for gloves. If, again, especially with medical stuff, picture like waist-high grass in the rain at 3 a.m. Like, I like very, like the blue, the yellow, the bright green, like colors that contrast significantly with anything else. Because, like, no glove, no love. Like, you got to wear your gloves when touching people's body fluids. Like, ugh. Yeah.
Let's see. Grant says they got that kind of wrestling nearly every weekend there. So it is definitely, it's a different Rocco, but yeah, no, so it is the other Rocco who is hosting us up there.
That's so New Jersey.
I know.
Like, we have two alumni named
Yeah.
Rocco.
Yeah.
They're both from New Jersey. I love that.
Yeah, but yeah, man, we'll hit you up for sure. Remind me when you I know you're going to be here for alumni weekend, so just remind me if I don't have your number already to get that from you, so I can kind of keep you up to date, or you can harass me through text messages so I don't forget to let you know. Kyle says, "No glove, no love." I hear that from my wife all the time. Nice.
Who else is going to be an alumni
A bunch of
that's
us.
watching? Like,
Yeah.
let us know. Because not everybody signs up on the website, which
Yeah.
is not a big deal at all. But we can never get an accurate head count
Yeah.
because, like, so many people do show up. And again, not a big deal. We love it. Please show up, but just let us know.
Yeah, I think it was just last year. We had like 50 people sign up through the website, maybe even less than that. And then when we counted all the hold harmless, it was like 90 something.
Yeah.
You know? So and okay, no more politics. I'll take religion for 500, Alex. Good try, Ed.
You're trying to get like get us. What is it when your family completely cuts you off?
I don't know.
Disowned.
Disowned, yeah.
Yeah.
Grant can't make it to alumni. Womp womp. Let's see.
Justin Smith will be here.
Hell
Adam
yeah.
will be here. Austin.
Nice. Have you guys looked at the for the people who are coming and who have looked, or hell, even if you're not coming, if you've looked at the schedule, is there anything on there that you're super stoked about? I know for me, I'm always excited for anything that Don is doing. So Don, and actually Don's not doing shooting this year. He's doing like a lecture. So I'm very, very interested to hear that. We're gonna have Matt Reynolds again. Chuck's presentation last year was fucking amazing. I'm excited for everybody. I mean, I can't pick a favorite, but
I get the most excited about like Friday night
yeah,
and then like Saturday at lunch when everybody's still there. And like that's my favorite parts of it.
yeah.
Because it really is such a big family reunion.
See, I'm old, so Friday evening is like my least favorite part. Not for lack of hanging out with everybody, but when 8:30 rolls around, I'm like, I'm tired. Yeah. Saturday evening, it's like I feel bad because everybody's like, hey, are you gonna go to the Best Western or over here or over there? And I'm like, no, I am not.
So I don't know when it will completely go away. I know it's different for me the older I get, and I've only got 2 more days in my like the
Early?
mid 30s. But like as long as I get some time after to recover, like I can still go, but instead of like not just needing like one night to recover,
Right.
I need like a week
Yeah.
for each night that I did that. So yeah, I don't get much sleep during trade shows. I don't get much sleep during alumni. And I typically don't get much sleep on vacations and stuff like that, just because I'm like, I want to pack everything in.
Right.
And I say vacation. Like, let's be real. A vacation is child-free, and I don't do those. I do that on trips.
Yeah.
Because I know that as long as we are going, when we crash that night, everybody's going to crash.
Yeah.
If we don't, I'm going to be breaking up fist fights at 2 a.m. in a little one-bed hotel room or
Nice.
suite thing.
Yeah. So Austin said his thing was got to be Calvin's teaching stuff. And so just so you guys know, and this is on me, I haven't updated the schedule yet, but Calvin said he would teach, but he didn't give me any titles for what he was going to teach. And I wanted to get the schedule out, so I just put teaching stuff, and then on day 2 I put teaching more stuff. So what Calvin is actually doing is an improvised weapons for the lecture. So on day 1 he's doing a lecture, so improvised weapons, and then on day 2 he's just going to do an open range. So I definitely need to update that so people can bring all their cool shit and everything. Make sure if you're coming for alumni and you want a chance to just shoot something cool or show something off that you want to get some humble bragging in about, Calvin's going to be your man on day 2 for sure. Rich Edward says, Joey, you'll have a coffee restock then? Hell yeah.
Mhm.
I'm always down for a coffee restock. Let's see. Some of the lectures I've seen at alumni have been as good as a class. I've seen Katie, Dana, and Sunny give lectures that were amazing. Yeah.
Mhm.
And we actually reached out to Katie to come back as well, but he wasn't able to make it this year. So let's see. What else? You got something that you want to read off?
Joe said hopefully they're going to have the cigars to go with the bourbon.
Yeah.
So if you guys are into that stuff, and I'm sure that there will be moonshine somewhere, whatever.
Yeah, alumni is a lot of work, but it's a nice family reunion. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is a lot of work, but once it gets going, the cool thing about it is once it gets going, it's pretty self-sustaining. It's not like I have to do or we have to do a whole lot. So it's just leading up to it is always super hectic.
Justin Smith, do y'all need anything from Buc-ee's? Yes, sir. Fudge. My mama, because if she finds out that I had access to some Buc-ee's fudge and did not at least consider her, would hurt me. She likes the butter pecan. I like any Buc-ee's fudge. I think my favorite is their like the peanut butter mixture.
That's really good. The tiger stripe one is good, or tiger butter or whatever it's called.
They're all good though.
I like it. Yeah, I like it all.
All good. So fudge, please.
Yeah. Let's see. I will be there. Less than 12 bottles of Birdsong Blend left will be in tow. If they aren't all reserved by then, if you want one, let me know ASAP. So that's from Heraclitus Select Bourbon, or Joe, or whoever's running that right now. So yeah, if you guys are interested in snagging one of those, if you haven't got one yet, make sure you let them know.
And then if you guys want to take another class with me, if you weren't in Don's class, I'm going to be taking Andrew's class, Combat Art Training. And it is right before alumni weekend.
Yep, it's that Friday.
Yep, it's a one-day class. So if you guys want to, I think it's on our website. You can go to it, and then it gives you the instructions to sign up through Andrew's stuff.
How to register. Yeah, you can also, I mean, I know he sent a post on Instagram with, promoting it. I collaborated with it. So you can check our recent post on Instagram to sign up for it and stuff. So I don't know if he did this because he thought that he would have to do it to make me accept the invitation to collaborate. But he was like, hey, I just sent an invitation to collaborate about the upcoming class. No pressure to accept it if you don't want to, but that is you in the picture. And I was like, it doesn't have to be a picture of me. I'll share the class.
Donald, are you gonna be in that class? Mr. Donald Rocco.
Mr. Rocco, yep. The Texas cheesecake wrap at Buc-ee's is amazing. Yeah, I mean.
What was that thing that I got on the way to NRA?
I don't know. Oh, you got the melt.
The melt.
Yeah. Oh, the melt's really good.
I'd punch a baby in the face over that melt. It was amazing.
It's really good.
That's where we had dinner that night.
Yeah.
Was we picked up Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
And it was better than any of the restaurants we ate at while we were at NRA.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm a sucker. So yeah, that's the thing is all my favorite stuff that isn't fudge and everything is it's not going to last for you to bring it to me. So that's why I don't ask for it. But yeah, talking about that melt, I'm like, I could kill for one right now. They're so good.
Woo! Donald's going to be in that class with me.
Yeah, very cool. I know.
Water.
I was thinking about trying to sneak into it myself. It's just I don't know if I'll be able to. That Friday, I'm gonna have to be over at the Elks Lodge, getting everything set up. So maybe I can come hang out in the morning. Elks Lodge doesn't open until 2 or something like that. So I'll just come hang out in the morning and then bomb on out of there. It is Elb. Okay, cool. I thought so. When you talked about restocking coffee, I was like, Rich Elb's the only one who ever brings coffee, William S. never been to a Buc-ee's. Listen, it's almost to the point of where it might be a little overhyped. If you haven't been there, don't think that it's okay, I was like, no, it is. It is very cool, but it's not going to fix, it's not going to do your taxes for you or anything like that,
But it's one of those places that I have driven over an hour out of my way to make sure that I got to stop there. It is a novelty kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like once you've been there, they do have really good fudge and stuff like that. Once you've been there, I'm not gonna drive that far out of my way to get to one again. But like, it is worth it to go to one once.
Yeah.
Like there were like 200 gas pumps.
No.
Like I lost Joey in the store. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of like cool little like trinkets and knickknacks that are super overpriced, but that's what you go to expect.
Yeah.
But they do have a lot of that stuff, and it's kind of like a one-stop shop for.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if they sold guns and ammo. Like, if they developed a department for that.
Right. That's funny. Let's see. And then Rocco is going to be in the Red Dot Pistol class after alumni. I can't believe I forgot about that. Yeah, if you guys, we're having our inaugural Red Dot Pistol class. I'm super stoked for it. I think it's going to be a good time. So.
And you're teaching it?
Yeah.
Then I'm taking it as a student because, and like I'm very open about this stuff. I do not have a lot of experience with red dots on pistols at all.
Right.
I have used them before, but I don't have a whole lot of experience with it. And I just found out, shout out to the guys at the Airbnb at NRA, because I have binocular vision disorder. It's BVD. When I try to focus on something out here, if I open both eyes, I actually see two of them. And they're like, no, but these are made to be done with like both eyes open, and they had me make a couple minor adjustments, and I was like, oh, I only see one. Maybe these can work for me. So I'm really pumped about it.
Yeah.
So me and you gonna be training buddies, Mr. Donald Rocco.
200 gas pumps and not a single window squeegee. Yeah, absolutely.
This is gonna sound gay, but beaver nuggets are delicious.
They
That
are
only
really good.
sounds gay if you're a girl. And so this is gonna sound gay. Beaver nuggets are delicious.
They are. They're very good. Dude. Let's see. Do I need to spend some time at that class for pictures and videos? I'm not sure if it was if you're talking about Red Dot or Andrew's class, but I mean, you can always hang out for pictures and videos for any of those.
Which sorry, I was looking. I don't see that comment.
Here's a hill I will die on. The Buc-ee's brisket sandwich is overrated. It's like
Here, okay.
Yeah,
this
don't.
is gonna bring so much hate. Brisket is overrated.
Oh shit! No, good brisket is good.
Good brisket is good. Good brisket is great.
Yeah.
Like, I will never pick like the best brisket over the best ribeye. Not happening.
Oh damn!
Not happening.
Look at you go. Yeah.
There you go, Mr. Tactical Kilgore. No, it really was that simple.
Yeah.
But I am right-eye dominant. So I'd never, like, this was an absolutely foreign concept if I wasn't trying to, like, fix it. Like, I'm like, no, I've never had to do that before. I shoot with this eye.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. You are so wrong. So, Rocco, I am sorry, man. The brisket sandwich is the least good food they have there. I don't even have words for it. Like, you could literally pick anything else, and it is better than their brisket sandwich. Anyway, listen, I don't like letting people know that like they've been lied to or propagandized. You've been duped into believing how good this brisket sandwich is from Buc-ee's. But
Get the melt.
the melt's better. Their chicken burritos are better. Their burgers are better.
The melt.
Let's see. And I just don't like jerky. So anyway.
Yeah. Adam, see? I just smacked the hell out of the mic. I was like, yeah, see?
Take that.
Like, he feels me.
Let's see what else we got. We got wrapped up on there, so I'll ask around. So this is from William S. asking about the hosting classes.
Okay.
Up there. I'll ask around to see if I can find somewhere to do a couple classes near me. If I find one, I'll let y'all know. Thank you, sir.
Cool thing about medical classes is we do those as standalones because we don't have to cover like the cost of the range and range fees and things like that. typically, all we need is like a conference room.
Yeah.
And so we will do those. Again, still need 10 signups for that to make that happen. But we can do those, and you don't have to worry about having a range with backstops and things like that.
Yeah, you don't have to ask them if they're cool with us doing gun up and 360 scans and stuff like that, because those are the two big hangups we get.
Is
Anytime
the
someone,
360-degree scan and gun up.
yeah, anytime someone tries to get us to a new place, as soon
Oh,
as
and shooting on the move.
yeah,
That can get us sometimes too. Oh, the same things that we had to talk about for All That Remains, Mr. Phil.
Oh, dude.
Same stuff we got hate for on that.
Yeah, not to, because we only got 9 minutes left, so I don't know if we'll get to the comments on this, but after we start talking about this. But so Heather's going through Paul's book. Did you see the post from yesterday?
Which,
I posted, Heather was going through the book,
okay.
Paul's book, and he's talking about loading the gun, I'm sure. And at the bottom of it, it's like author's note, and it's like, hey, notice that we never told you to worry about finding the slide lock,
Yeah.
or doing some colorful language called a press check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I didn't. I mean, it's just a funny post. As always, I don't know how I keep doing this. I'll post something and I'm like, oh, this is funny. Like, it's gonna make everybody laugh. It's gonna be a good time. Yada yada
Get
yada.
all the hate.
Oh, dude, like people were freaking out over not using the slide lock lever.
Hey guys, it's a slide lock. It's a slide lock. And when you press it to release the slide, God kills babies.
Dude, and Heather felt bad because it's kind of her idea to post it. She's like, you should message Paul.
Bring on the fucking
Yeah.
controversy. Like, if people can't be adult enough to realize that, like, press checking is starts with an R word that Paul's gotten in trouble for using before.
Yeah.
That press checking is ridiculous. That, like, then you're not cool enough to talk to me anyways.
Yeah. Dude. So I mean they were not everybody. There's some people who were like, oh, this is awesome. And someone like gave a story of Tim like picking on people for press checking and stuff like that. But there's enough. Paul ended up saying like, how the fuck are people finding Tactical Response's Facebook page and not getting it? I was like, man, I don't know. Like they're that select few of people who just follow us so they can hate on whatever we post. You know?
Bring it. Haters make you famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Good seeing you too, Lee. Well, we didn't see you. Good hearing from you, Lee.
All right. Yeah, dudes lost their mind on that post. Yeah, they did.
People are
Yeah.
like,
It's crazy. I mean, like the other one that got us was whenever I posted a video of Jay reloading a rifle.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, dude, they came out of the woodwork then. I was like, geez, I just needed to make a social media post that day. Jay was teaching, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to quick little video, bada bing, bada boom, keep us relevant. And, dude, people, like, freaked out. Of course, the bag punching video, that one got a lot of hate. And that was another one that I was like, oh, this is just a cool little thing. Yeah, anyway, like.
I realized, like, especially taking other people's classes, I'm like, okay, so, like, we are really cool.
Yeah.
We're really cool. We get to do a lot of stuff.
Right.
And what I find cool, most other people, like, think that it's, like, movie stuff. Like, oh, no, that's crazy. Like, no, that's cool.
Dude, I try not to respond to the comments and stuff like that because it becomes, I don't want to get bogged down in it.
Yeah.
You know? Though sometimes I do, if I feel like it could be constructive, I'll do it. But Tom Hollyby, he was up in the comments and he's getting these dudes riled up. I mean, he is not
a professional troller.
Yeah. So I'm not having a constructive conversation with anybody who Tom has talked to at this point, you know? So anyway, but like I was like Googling like the chart that showed the spring compressions like strength, like as you like compress it more. And I was Googling more about Hicks law and stuff like that. And I was about to just start dropping charts and graphs on these guys.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, this is why we do it, you know, like this kind of thing. And then I I put too much work into it and was like, this isn't worth it.
So K3K, weird name, but like it said, HK calls it a slide release. You will never get me on your side of the aisle bringing HK up ever. They are an anti-gun piece of shit company. Not a fan. Not a fan. And they are not good at what they do anyway.
Right. Yep.
Poor Remy. I went on an HK rant, and then I look over, and he had on an HK hat and shirt.
Yeah,
I was shit. Sorry, man. I hate to hit you with the truth, but they suck.
Yeah. Dakota says that can be a video. Yeah, I'll. Yeah, I can. I
We
probably still have the tabs pulled up with the charts and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, so just so you know, I'll eat some whatever that's called, eat some crow here, because it's a thing that I have said a bunch, and that is one of the reasons why we pull the slide back is because that little ½ inch, that compression matters. But what we have said is 80% of the spring strength comes from that last bit. That's, according to everything I read, not actually the case.
Okay.
The spring force is linear to the compression. So that last little bit doesn't give it a sudden extra oomph. But at the end of the day, that last little bit still adds more force.
Well, and so not only that last little bit, the gun was designed so that when that spring was fully compressed, that was the magic number to pick up a round as it come forward every single time.
Yeah.
That's the magic number. Does the other way work? Yeah, sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes, guys, it really does. I ain't betting my life on sometimes.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. So if you're one of those guys like me who have been saying things like 80% of the spring strength
I did too,
comes from that last ½ inch. Too
bad you can't call out a dead guy. Thanks, James Yeager. Because he was the one that told me
that. Right.
He was probably saying it an exaggerated way, and I heard it and I was like, no,
Yeah. Yep.
DDC, Dead Dad Club. Can't do that. I wore a shirt on Father's Day. We went out on Father's Day this year.
Yeah.
And I wore my Dead Dad Club shirt.
Yeah.
Nobody brought up Father's Day. Oh, Van the Man
awesome.
asked, when are y'all coming to Cali? When Cali comes back to the United States.
Dude, Van, you find me a range, I'm down for going to California. I talked to Remy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we used to train out in California, and then laws changed and stuff stuff got crazy, and we're like, eh.
Yeah.
But especially Northern California, if y'all can find somewhere out in Northern California, we will be there in a heartbeat because it is beautiful, and there are people who are like-minded.
Yeah.
You typically don't find the same climate, and I'm not talking about the weather in Northern California that you do in Southern California.
Yeah. Yep. When does Bug Out Weekend happen? I don't know. Let me see.
Is typically over New Year's.
Either the weekend, but it lines up to the weekend right before.
Yeah, right before we
the
transition, and then a lot of times we will be out there on New Year's Eve as a way to celebrate without having to risk getting hit by somebody who wants to drink and drive.
Yeah. So since we've been running it, we've kind of shifted it to the weekend. I know James, even if the New Year's was in the middle of the week, he would put it on those days. So for us this year, it's the 27th and 28th of December.
Okay.
But we're getting closer to the 31st being on a Friday and stuff. So we'll have our weekend New Year's Bug Out again eventually. Awesome.
Yeah. Jesus, just Googled Dead Dad Club shirt. Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, dude.
I'll wear mine on here for a live stream one day. Last year, it was my Father's Day. That's what I bought on Father's Day instead of a present.
Nice. Yeah.
And dark humor is my coping mechanism. So mind your business.
10 round Cali. Yep. New Jersey is just as bad or worse than Cali. Absolutely. And
We're going there.
I'm about to teach people
We are going there.
how to, or actually, I'll probably have Tim teach people how to shoot a shotgun. I'll just be there to keep him on the curriculum. Awesome. All right. Hey, it's 8:00.
Whoop whoop.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. We'll be back next week. Sign up for those mobile classes. Don't forget about the medical going down in Florida in October. We've got the stuff going in Texas and Florida and Jersey and New Hampshire, all that good stuff. So
If you want to train with me, you can take Andrew's one-day class before alumni or Tactical Response's very first ever Red Dot class after alumni. I will be in both of them as a student.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm going to get up and press these buttons.
Bye.
Let's see.
This is the way. This is the way.
This is the way. Uh-oh. It's about to get shaky on you guys. Sorry, I can't reach the button from here. And it's spinning.